My name is Casey King, a first-year bio major, mathematics minor at Spelman College. This semester I take BQC, and for my vlog I will be discussing what people did over spring break versus facial expressions and moods. So to describe my study, I came up with the question, what did you do over spring break? Because I had no idea what I wanted to do for this assignment, and then that came up. And I would observe the reaction and mood of the Spelmanites of freshmen and sophomores telling their experience over spring break. I did my best to do freshman girls and sophomore girls, so I used the freshman and sophomore dorms. And I did 50 instead of 30 because I just wanted to have a little bit more data to deal with, because this is kind of a different subject. I expected the girls who went somewhere for spring break or did something that made them happy would obviously make them happier, and for Spelmanites who may have stayed home, had more stress, their mood or facial expressions would tend to be not as the ones who did something. So I had two scales. From a 1 to 5, you fell under not happy, and from 6 to 10, you fell under happy. I got this from the idea at the doctor's office, where they ask you to point and technically you fall on the scale, but right down the middle, it puts you on two different spectrums. So my independent was the different experiences that the Spelmanites may have had, and the dependent was the personal individual reactions. The control of the experiment was a question that I proposed, and the time of day I did it. I did it during the afternoon, so I tried to keep that the same as well. Hypothesis was, if girls have fun over spring break, then their mood would tend to be happier or higher on the scale. So here I will insert my data. I had an Excel spreadsheet, listed every girl 1 to 50. I didn't put names, and then I put happy or not happy depending on where they fell, 1 to 5 or 6 to 10. And then I used those numbers to find the mean, the standard deviation, the standard error, and then I put them into graphs. So I will insert my data here. So here I have all my data from 1 to 50, and as you can see, H stands for happy and S stands for not happy. Up here, 28 versus 22, happy versus not happy. And as you push over, here's the chart of numbers. So percentage of happy was 56%, and the percentage of not happy was 44%. And the means, the standard deviations of each, and the standard error. Now down here, so happy versus sad, percentage-wise, H is happy. It takes up more of the circle, and not happy. And then I graphed the means in a bar graph. So means of happy versus sad. And as you can see, the happy fell way higher than the not happy. Now I will tell you the outcomes of my experiment. So now I will tell you the outcomes So now I will tell you the numbers from my experiment and the outcomes, and so now I will tell you the numbers from my experiment, the outcome of my experiment, and whether my hypothesis was not supported or supported by my data, and the lurking variables that could have taken place during the experiment. The percentage of happiness in the 50 random sample of girls is 56%, and their mean was 7.64. And the percentage of sad or not happy girls was 44%, and the mean was 3.29. Their standard deviation for happy was 14.4, and then the standard deviation for not happy was 13.2. And the standard error for happy was 2.04, and then the standard error for not happy was 1.87. So with that being said, on the chart you can obviously see I graphed the mean of each one and to show the standard. So yes, as you can see from the data, my hypothesis was supported of Spelmanites who had more of an experience during spring break tended to be happier. However, there could have been lurking variables, as the question could have made someone think really hard about what they did or made them realize they didn't do anything at all, but they could have really been happy with their spring break until this moment. Also, it was me witnessing people's reactions, and the way I perceive it may be different, but that comes with cognitive dissonance, which tends to show that perception is different in every individual. So just because I rated them a 6 or a 7 or a 4 or 3 doesn't mean someone else would have been rating them. However, this is my experiment, so that's why it would be valid. Also, the time of day or how someone's day, who I stopped or didn't stop, could have been a difference in my experiment. So thank you for that. I hope you enjoyed listening.